Hello? That's not funny!
Supergirl is finally here, this being the second movie in James Gunn's new DC universe. It's gotta pack a punch, especially for being a big summer blockbuster. And did it do that? Well, I'm here to tell you, it didn't. Kara Zor-El, Supergirl's in a downward spiral. She is so out of it. She's out of everything. She doesn't get close to people. She just parties all day, gets drunk all night, doesn't even use her powers because she goes to planets with the Red Suns just to get wasted. And nothing is calling her to the fight until this little girl gets her whole world slaughtered. Her parents, her brother slaughtered by this biggin named Krem. He's the big bad in the movie, and she must seek someone to help her. But Supergirl's dog, Crypto, gets shot in the face, and then he's dying, so Kara needs to find a cure, so it's suddenly her problem. And that's basically the story. Also, we have Jason Momoa as Lobo in this for some reason. Now, let me tell you, I was looking forward to this movie. I think it would have been a pretty cool movie for Supergirl because she's actually a cool character when you do her right. Not so much when you put her in a James Gunn movie recycling bin and then you call it a movie. That's basically what this movie feels like. It feels like a bunch of different James Gunn movie elements recycled into a brand new thing, and it's just very, very bland and generic. Supergirl's a girl who likes to party and listen to 80s music while also being with a short, shit-talking side character, and also visits planets and fights different aliens while also fending off some space pirates. Yeah, that sound familiar to you? There were already so many Guardians of the Galaxy comparisons. I just thought that would be like a cinematography type of thing, like the style's the same, but no, I didn't think it would actually affect the plot. Imagine a movie where the Ravagers were the main villain for the whole movie and it just got stretched out. That's this movie. Take the Ravagers and make them a bunch of creeps. There is a name I'm going to invent for them, and that name is Space Ditties. That's definitely the best way to put this. The main villain is terrible. He is so lame, creep, generic, bland villain. Supergirl has a bunch of cool villains, and you have to do the no-name one and just make him, not do anything crazy with him, just make him very bland. Like, why? I don't know much of Craig Gillespie's movies, but I have a feeling that his creative overhaul really got overlooked by James Gunn. Either that or he just likes his style that much. Even down to the music choices. I feel like James Gunn may as well have directed this one too, because it just feels like he just hijacked his movie. His style is that infectious. Also, the cinematography is pretty cheap in this. Like, there's some shots that look straight up butt ass. Like the green screen game in Hollywood. What is happening? Why is it looking worse every movie? One thing I'll say for sure is that Mily Alcock as Kara Zor-El Supergirl, she was the best part of this movie. She herself, her performance, and her as the character is what I love the most. I want to see her in more things, but you definitely should have given her a better movie. You just kind of screwed her over with this one. Why? Jason Momoa as Lobo, I mean, it was finally cool to see him play his dream role. I feel like he crushed it. That's the best representation of Lobo I've ever seen. I'm not too into his character. I don't know much about him, but for the most part, I think he nailed it. I know he's a goofy badass, and Momoa's pretty good at playing that, so he crushed it. This beginning was actually pretty good. I enjoyed it. It was cute. It was cool. It was a vibe. And the second half to the third, it was dragging on. This movie's dragging its nutsack, and I did not like that. All the David Corenswet Superman scenes were great, amazing. I was missing him, and I'm glad he was in this as much as he was. Perfect. Definitely makes me more and more excited for Men of Tomorrow, considering how this movie ends. The action was actually really good. I do like how this universe is using their action for their super characters. They always do something creative with it, and this one is no different. Supergirl has some moves in this movie, especially in the final battle, because golly, that's the most badass and creative fighting for a Superman character I've seen. It's not generic, no slamming into each other. Glad that we're done with that. More of that, please. I just wish she was facing off against a better villain. Also, I think, is it safe to say I'm getting kind of sick of Crypto? Crypto's cool, but like, he's just so annoying. Most annoying dog I've ever seen on screen. I know it's an inside joke with James Gunn, but alright, bro, like, this is getting kind of old. I'm sorry. For the second movie of your new universe, I expected you to go all out and just have a bigger punch. Like, this was just too safe, and especially for what you're trying to do. You shouldn't have went that route. I don't think you could. If Lantern sucks too, then this universe is done for. The little girl, Ruthie, was ripped right out of the Woman of Tomorrow comic book, but I feel like that dynamic she has with Kara is just very not executed well. I feel like they could have had more to do. They could have made that dynamic way better. Kara's origin story is very sad. Yeah, they're very inspired by the Woman of Tomorrow comic, and I feel like they executed that well. I like how her parents wanted a better life for her, and they were explaining to her that, oh, Kara, when you go to a different world, you will have godlike powers. Be good, protect those who cannot be protected, and just fight for justice. That was good. I think they gave her a better lesson for her powers than Clark got with his parents. When Kara puts that Supergirl suit on for the first time, it's epic. That suit is perfect, dude. Really stands out, the colors and everything, especially when your rest of your movie looks like a bland mess. But the world building, there was some interesting world building in this, but a very small part of it. And I wish they explained it more, because what's a green sun? I never knew what that was. Those are real? I may have not rocked with most of this movie, but Mily Alcock's performance as Supergirl was so good that I think it was just truly infectious. I want to see her in Man of Tomorrow. I want to see her in more projects. I just want to see more of her. She was the best part of the movie, hands down. But never give her a movie this bland again. You cannot afford to. Do not do that. I cannot wait to see her and Clark fight side by side finally in Man of Tomorrow. And especially with a villain I'm going to care a lot more about in that one. In the end, guys, Supergirl was massively disappointing. I did not think they had the balls to give us a bland movie for the second movie of their brand new universe. Yeah, but we're here. There could have been something epic and mind-blowing here, but we just got a bland, recycled mess. Supergirl gets a C.